Welcome to All In Before 10, the A's Morning Show. I am your host, Booney, lifelong A's fan, and this is your daily wake-up call for Las Vegas A's coverage. This is not background noise. This is your morning reset. Think of it like your morning sports talk show, but built specifically for A's fans who want more than box scores. We'll mix in game analysis, player development, updates, stadium talk, financial realities, and live chat interaction so you can start your day informed and fired up. Whether you are heading to work, hitting the gym, or just pouring your first cup of coffee, this is where the A's conversation begins. All In Before 10, the A's Morning Show is the daily tone setter. Inside, the house always wins. Media network built for depth, separating baseball, prospects, business, stadium news, history, and community impact into distinct shows with clear lanes, powered by passionate voices under one roof, where every room has a purpose. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and jump into the live chat. This is where the desert era starts. What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing? I'm kind of fired up. A's baseball's underway, spring training, 3 games in. And more importantly, we have 3 new shows launching. 10 a.m. today, my man, Straight A's, a.k.a. Sam, has his first episode, and it's going up today at 10 a.m. So make sure you check that out. I will have the link for you on X, Twitter, or whatever they call it today, where it's called Where Stats Meet Instinct. And I listened to the show already. I cheated. It's unbelievable. Unreal. He's the real deal. The guy used to coach college baseball. He played. He has a different perspective. Straight A's, Sam is the real deal, man. I come on here, we have fans, we have fun. I talk from a fan's perspective. Sam, you're going to learn something. 10 a.m. today. Make sure you check it out. Another show. First episode tonight is The Climb. Ben and Moon. Moon played college ball, got to the AAA level with the Giants organization, came that close to getting the call up. Didn't make it. Ben came close to getting drafted. Didn't make it. They're going to talk about their climb, their journey. They're going to have some fun stories. It's more of a fun show. Great stories. Tune in later on tonight. Today's game, A's, Brewers. We'll preview it. We'll talk about it. The A's are 0-3. Is there any concern? Is there any worries? I mean, they have gotten blown out in all 3 games. Are you concerned? Let me give you the short answer real quick to get by all the suspense. No, there isn't, but we will talk about it. How about JT Ginn yesterday, guys? One of the guys I was really looking forward to seeing how he possibly did. He was unbelievable. I mean, listen, obviously the game was not televised. It was only on radio, but he struck out the side in the first, and then he got 3 ground balls in the second. 25 total pitches. 18 of them were strikes. The ground balls that came off the bat in the second were at 85 miles per hour, 98 and 87 miles per hour. Fairly soft hit with the exception of the one at 97. 18 strikes, only 7 balls in 25 pitches. JT Ginn showed this last year again, and he struck out the side in the first, where he comes out and absolutely looks dominant. Then he loses command. Walks a guy here, walks a guy there, and then gives up the big bomb. But his movement and his stuff, I believe his sinker, he got up to, 94, I want to say? Somewhere in there. I could be off on that speed reading, but I know it was up there. I know it was a sure lot harder than it was last year. JT Ginn was impressive, man. I mean, if we're talking right now, I know it's early, but you got to remember, with these guys competing for the 5th starting job, it's never too early for these guys. It's never too early. There's a few other guys as well that impressed yesterday. But JT Ginn, without a doubt, was somebody that was like, wow, if he could be this guy, the sky's the limit for him, man. That was something very, very positive. Something very, very exciting for the A's. Other performance we saw last year, Nick Kurtz, 0 for 1. But I've talked about Nick Kurtz before. And I talked to him, third show I did while I was here, in a kind of a comparison in a different way to Barry Bonds. And what I meant by that comparison was how patient Barry Bonds was at the plate. Barry Bonds, if you wanted to walk him 400 times a year, he would take it. He never gave into what you're throwing. Barry Bonds knew what he was looking for. Elite hitter. That's what I believe Nick Kurtz is. Elite as far as hitting. And he walked twice yesterday. Patience. I've talked about it many times in the past. You can determine how well Nick Kurtz will do this year, which I've already said will be an MVP caliber type year, based on how patient he is at the plate. So the 0 for 1 didn't bug me. The 0 for 2, the 2 walks impressed me. That's for sure. Darrell Hernandez is still, he's impressive right now. He was 2 for 3 yesterday, granted. The first time he hit the ball, kind of little infield hit. Only came off the bat at 58. But the next 2 times, 101.4, 97.2. Andy Ibanez. Yeah, he's a pro. 1 for 2 with a walk. Came off the bat at 95.3. We got to talk about 2 guys that are impressing, man. I talked about him a lot last year in the minor leagues. A ton. That's Tommy White and Joshua Kuroda Grauer. Tommy White again yesterday, 1 for 2. But he's hitting the ball hard every single time. 98.1 in his single, 101.9 in his ground out. Problem with Tommy White, position. Where's he going to play? Where's he going to play? That's my concern with Tommy White. But geez, he is sure impressive at the plate. And the other guy. Let me ask you a question. I'm a little early with this, but it did cross my mind. Can Joshua Kuroda Grauer steal an opening day roster spot? 2024. 3rd round pick out of Rutgers. Started the year last year in High A Lansing. Got hurt. Started off on fire. Got hurt. Had a setback. When he came back, he started back slow. Then he got going. Got promoted to Double-A. And Joshua Kuroda Grauer right now, let me give you his numbers. So far, Joshua Kuroda Grauer is 3 for 6 with a double. He's hitting .500. OPS 1.167. Yeah, I know. 6 at-bats. I get it. But everything coming off his bat is hard. Yesterday, his hits came off at 104 and 107. I mean, come on. Joshua Grauer's glove is there. He can play second. He can play short. He can play third. He can play all of those positions. Here's the problem, though, guys. The competition for those spots, everyone's playing good. Muncy yesterday was tough. He went 1 for 3. Hit the ball okay. 88 off the bat and 91 and 92 off the bat. That's pretty good. Ibanez is going to get a spot. The guy's a true pro. There's no question about that. You know, I thought maybe there was a chance that he would hit the dumper and there would be a competition there. There isn't. And he won't. He's a veteran. It was actually a hell of a signing, if you think about it. I was wrong on that one. There is absolutely no competition for him. He's going to have a spot, and he's good, and he deserves it. Andy Ibanez is a true pro right there. Carlos Cortez looked all right yesterday. 1 for 2. 99 off the bat in his out, 89 in his single. Ryan Lasko. I don't know if you guys remember when I had Jesse Goldberg-Strassler here on the show. He talked about Ryan Lasko, and he said a lot of people in the A's organization believe that Ryan Lasko was as good as a glove as Denzel Clark in the outfield. Wow. Ryan Lasko was the 2023, I believe, third-round pick out of Rutgers. He went to Rutgers as well. He got promoted to AAA last year. Was okay. Solid. But this year in the Fall League, in the Arizona Fall League, he tore it up. And so far, it's been only a few at-bats. Yesterday, in his 2 at-bats, 109.3 off the bat and 108. Granted, let me qualify this, guys. These guys are getting in the game late. They're facing the other teams, you know, not necessarily major league players. But what I do think all of them deserve, Tommy White, Joshua Grauer, Ryan Lasko, anybody else? Daryl Hernandez is already getting that. Probably those 3 for right now. As the spring continues, and if they continue this development and this type of performance, yeah, you got to give them a shot at going against the other team's top pitchers. I think they'll get that. I think that's the next step for them. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Let's put it that way. Very excited about what both those players are doing and how they are developing. That's for sure. 0-3, concerns. No. If they go 0 for 30, I'm fine. When you're looking at spring training, you're looking at how the individuals perform. Yesterday, JT Ginn was off the charts good. Gage Jump came in. Allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 run, walked 1. Any concern there? No. I mean, look at the contact he allowed. Literally, he faced 6 batters, and the exit velocity off the bat was at 63, 71, 69, 89, and yeah, he allowed 1 hard hit at 102. But he was fine. 22 pitches, 12 strikes. Yeah, you want to see the command be there a little bit. But for his first major league debut, I don't think those numbers represent his start, meaning an inning pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, and a walk. I don't think it represents that as well. Braden Nett came in. He got hit a little bit. Again, first start of the year. Not much to really look into that one as well. Alvarado got hit. There is some competition in that bullpen. Alvarado, I believe, is fighting for an opening day roster spot. I don't think he's guaranteed anything. Not with the additions of guys like Barlow and Leiter. Alvarado needs to get better. And that bullpen competition is almost as fierce as the competition at third. Brett Harris took a step back yesterday a little bit. He went 0 for 3. Struck out once. Or did he strike out? No, he did not. 0 for 2 with a walk. Didn't hit the ball real hard either, though. Especially coming off this first game where he was 1 for 1 with a walk. Getting a little excited about it. He walked in his first at-bat yesterday. It was actually a hell of a bat he had. But as we go forward, another guy who went back a little bit yesterday was Henry Bolte. Henry Bolte's old concern came back to haunt him again. Strikeouts. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. He's fighting for a roster spot. He's fighting really to continue to develop and take the next step, which includes a good spring. Once again, guys, early. 3 games in. 3 games in. Today, we are seeing Mason Barnett on the mound. I had one comment on YouTube. It was from my man Rick. He had an interesting take on Barnett. I'm not high on Barnett, but Rick had an interesting take. He believes and thinks that Mason Barnett found his arm slot and compared him to the first time Mark Mulder came up. Mark Mulder was a 2nd overall pick out of Michigan State. But when Mulder came up, yeah, he got hit. And he got hit hard. He got hit hard and often. Granted, Barnett's not a 2nd overall pick, but he is a 3rd round pick, and he does come from the SEC. I'm curious to see what Mason Barnett does today. Very, very curious to see what Mason Barnett does today. We're also supposed to see Justin Sterner and Hogan Harris. And it's my understanding that Jamie Arnold is supposed to pitch after the day off, which is on tomorrow. Today's game, you guessed it, not televised. If you're curious when the next game is televised, what I am showing is Monday, March 2nd. That's so bad. Against the Padres. Come on. Hopefully, maybe one of these broadcasts gets picked up. But yeah, that's the next one. Monday, March 2nd, sorry, against the Padres. Today they got the Brewers 12:05. The Brewers themselves are 0-4. Again, spring training doesn't mean a whole lot. Last year, the A's got off to a decent start in spring training. It didn't mean anything. No one was worrying about spring training in May and the decent start the A's got off to. No one cares. No one cares. You look at spring training to see how individuals perform, and that's what we're looking for. How hard are they hitting the ball? How's their stuff look? Are they getting guys out? Are they causing weak contact? That's what we're looking for. So we have zero concern as far as what spring training is going for. Is it nice to win games? Sure. But hey, no one cares. The big thing I want to see as we continue with spring training is how this bullpen battle continues to develop. Can anybody from the 60-man roster steal a spot? I talked earlier about Joshua Kuroda-Grauer. I don't know. When you really look at the core players with regard to this squad and how they've performed in the first few games, you can almost say a positive about everybody. You look at Nick Kurtz at first base, sure. Only 4 at-bats, 2 walks. Excuse me. Nick Kurtz, 3 at-bats, 3 walks. You're not real. What's impressive about Kurtz is his patience so far. Jeff McNeil does what Jeff McNeil does. Base hit, walk. Jacob Wilson, only 1 game so far. The third base battle has been impressive. All those guys have performed. Max Muncy looks good. He looks a year older. He looks a year more matured. He looks stronger. I don't see him losing that job to anybody. Darrell Hernandez looks great. Darrell Hernandez, to me, if I was to pick one guy who has looked the most impressive, for me, it's Darrell Hernandez. Everything coming off his bat has been hard. And Kotsay has a soft spot for Hernandez. He likes Hernandez. He's always played Hernandez a ton. Even in 2024, he gave Hernandez every darn opportunity to get the job done. Last year, he played a ton. And when you look at Hernandez's numbers in AAA and what he did, he was impressive. He's showing that maturity. He's showing that he is getting better. My guy, Brett Harris, he's not playing bad. He's fine. I just think everybody else might be a little too good. Soderstrom, only 1 game. Denzel, I don't know. 1 game. What I'm curious about going forward, though, the most curiosity I have going forward is how Luis Medina is going to look. He's not expected to make his first appearance, I believe, for another couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Junior Perez had a little bit of a step back yesterday, too. Struck out twice. Rooker has the hardest hit ball in spring at 113. It was an out, but he hit the ball damn hard. Yeah, and when you're looking at the younger guys, how about Luis Severino? Let's not forget about him. How sharp he looked. Severino has something to prove this year. Got to remember, next year is a player option. What he's thinking is like, hey, opt out, have a big year, opt out, get a Dylan Cease type contract. Maybe. Probably not. He's a little older than Cease. I get it. But he's looking for a long-term contract. And if he has a big year, maybe. He sure looked good in his first start. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday as well. Severino's also more in midseason form because of, not midseason form, more ready to start the season because of the World Baseball Classic, which I believe they tee up pretty soon here. Sam, a.k.a. Straight A's, 10 a.m. this morning, guys. I mean, like I said, I cheated. I listened to it. But the kid's a pro. I mean, he's so good. It was so interesting hearing his breakdown of everything. I mean, I almost quit on the spot after I heard it. He was that good. But he definitely brings a different take. He brings a take from an individual that's played at a very, very high level, that's coached at a very, very high level. And when you hear him, it sounds like it. And that's the whole point of this whole thing. You come on, you hear me, I'm all over the place. I'm talking about this for 1 second, this another second, ranting about something else. Hey, I'm like most listeners, I'm a fan. And we wear our emotions on our sleeve. So his look at baseball and the way he does it is different. But it makes sense. When you hear him talk about baseball and how he looks at it and how he breaks down the A's, it's at a different level. You're hearing somebody talk like a professional who's been there, who's seen it, who's talked to the right people. He talks like it at a very, very high level, but at the same time, something that's understandable. It premieres today at 10 a.m. I encourage you all to watch it, to follow him. I was entertained when I put it together and watching it. Absolutely entertained. Phenomenal show. The other show, oh, God, I didn't even see you guys. Hey, Sem Boy, top of the morning to you, pal. RD Moss, got a morning. What's up, Dadpool? Good morning to you, pal. Not concerned. Early in spring training. You said it, my man. They'll be fine for opening day. Agree. Hernandez and JKG are off to hot starts at the plate. Here's the thing, Dadpool. They're both hitting the ball so damn hard. Like, even their outs are hard. I could see JKG being this year's Max Schumann. He's better than Max Schumann. But I don't know, man. I mean, look who he's competing with on those positions, right? You got the super utility role. I think Ibanez has that basically covered. He's a pro. He's getting a spot. And Hernandez is really, really good. Even if they're even, it's going to go to Hernandez. Max, RD, is today's game televised? No. Denzel needs to be more patient at the dish. Yes. First pitch swinging is a problem. His center field spot isn't a lock. Thoughts? Not if he's hitting below 200, it isn't. Denzel needs to be minimum around 210, 215, Dad. That's my take on it. He can't be a liability at the plate. He doesn't have to be great at the plate. He just can't be a liability. He has to get better at the plate for sure. I don't think it is. I think you could easily see, if you really wanted to move things around, you could put Butler in center. Rooker's played some right. You could put Cortez in right as well. You can do a lot of different things. I mean, there's going to be a lot that has to happen in order for Denzel not to get that job. A lot. But he needs to be serviceable at the plate. Casper, good morning to you, bud. How are you, man? $12:05 first pitch today. A reminder, once again, guys, listen. A reminder, I want to say this again. Where stats meet instinct comes on at 10. Guys, trust me, you don't want to miss it, man. It's one of the better shows you will catch not only on baseball, but on the A's as well. He did a heck of a job. I was pleasantly surprised on how good it was. Go check that at 10. I will see you guys. Got one more. RD. RSN showing vacuum infomercials. Crazy, huh? All right. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Check out Sam, a.k.a. Straight A's, when stats meet instincts at 10. Subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Spread the word. I need everybody's help. I need everybody's help to get this rolling. I appreciate you all. I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll talk about today's game. We'll talk about straight A's. Also, later on tonight, guys, one of the most entertaining episodes you will see. We're launching The Climb. 2 former baseball players. 1 made it all the way to AAA, came that close to getting called up, didn't quite make it. The other came that close to get drafted, didn't quite make it. They're going to talk about their journey. That's going to be a weekly show. That's a lot of fun. That's going to premiere later on tonight. And of course, tomorrow, there's no baseball for the A's, but I take that back. There is Game 4, 1972 World Series. Yeah, you heard that right. I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.